welcome to the show. We are your buddies reaching you live from the Cool TV studios. And yes, there shall be no more dancing from N6. Because we tired of that. It's all played out. Anyway, can we bring it back? Bring it back like a beat. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show. My name is Teddy, and I am your gorgeous host, hostess, whatever you want to call me.
The hostess with the most tests.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one, yeah. Anyway, good morning, guys. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Mom. Morning.
Famous? Are you famous?
Not yet. We're working on it. All right, then. Welcome to the Buddy Show. Cool TV. Star Times.
Why do you have to say it like that? Are you like a hype man? Welcome to the Buddy Show.
You know, it's just something about being on television.
I think you want to be a hype man. You have a dream.
Okay, yo.
That one day you're gonna be hyping.
Yo.
T-Tizzle.
Yo. What the hell is T-Tizzle?
Me.
Oh, Sin. Hey, high five. That is like the coolest name ever. Could I steal it?
T-Tizzle.
T to the tizzle.
For the whistles. That's for the women. Like,
you just had to kill it. All right, then. Today in history. We kick off the show with Today in History. So T-Tizzle is going to give you all Today in History.
Give me a beat. Give me a beat. Check. So, T-Tizzle gonna give you the hizzle in the hizzle.
Yeah.
You're a fool for this one. Do you notice how easy yeah can go into anything? Ooh, Wizzy.
Okay.
All right, so today in history is Tortilla Chip Day, guys.
Get out of here.
And I love tortilla chips, so I am
in Mexico or...
What do you know about Mexico? You see how I'm rhyming?
Yeah,
what do you know
about Mexico?
About Mexico.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's where it ends.
16 more and you have one verse.
What do you mean? If I had a few years, I'm good.
True.
All right, so Tortilla Chip Day is the best celebrated in your comfortable house, I'm sure. Your couch, sitting down watching your buddies with your tortilla chips and whatever dip you got, whether it's sweet and sour or, you know, a melting on top. Feel free to have your tortilla chips. I love.
Tortilla.
Do you know my favorite tortilla chips are just the regular ones, nothing spiced out, nothing. No. Just the regular ones that taste like unleavened bread.
Tortilla. You want
so there you
tortilla?
Go. Enjoy your day, guys.
Yeah, Tortilla Chip Day.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good day.
We're waiting for Yam Chip Day, but, you know.
Calm down.
We're working on it. All right, then. Now, on to the first story of the day. And this is very, very worrisome. I think Nigeria should take this into account. The unemployment rate in a country can lead to a lot of negative vices, and we'll tell you about that. Do you know that as a human being unemployed, even for a few weeks, can change your personality, and this time not for the better, but actually for the worse, okay? So anyone who has endured unemployment knows the distress and despair it can inflict on both you and your family. Now, a new study into the subject has found that unemployment can change your personality even after a short period without work or without a job. And it's rather worrisome. Now, this was published in a journal released recently, the result of a 4-year study showing that agreeableness declined in unemployed people. I mean, hey, if you don't have work, you literally don't have work, you know. Anyway, men were found to be more agreeable during the first 2 years without work, whereas unemployed women's agreeableness declined year on year. Women, however, were found to experience an upsurge in both at the start and end of their periods without work. Okay, so, I mean, come on, just keep your hands busy, but maybe it's something the government needs to look into before, you know, we have an escalation of distress and despair and suicidal people and violence and all that stuff.
I think that unemployment is, first of all,
women don't handle it too well, so they're right in that study.
That's the thing. Why when people say, "Oh, housewives," I'm like, you don't. No, don't ever say that. People don't want. Even if you're a housewife right now, you're watching us. Go and get your hands busy. Sell something. Bake something. Make something.
To be honest, rarely does the housewife just be in the house. Rarely. These days, they got a little pimping going on, got a little cake business or food thing.
But that's the best thing to do is to have those. Because let me tell you this, you do not want to be depressed.
Yes.
Unemployment is not a good look.
I didn't tell you. Women don't handle it well.
No,
they don't handle it well when they're unemployed. They don't handle it well when their man's unemployed.
So just go ahead and get yourself a job.
True story.
J-O-B.
True story.
Sorry, guys.
Can I throw shade on Tom's real quick? I remember back in the day, and they said if you buy one pair, they'll give another pair to a child in Africa. I'm a child in Africa. Still ain't got one pair. But they're comfortable, though. All right. Moving on. Yeah, second story. Second story.
Swerve, Tenny, swerve, Tenny, swerve.
T-tizzle.
T-tizzle. All right, so a couple did something really ridiculous.
Yeah.
They ate cannabis ice cream. I never even knew you could make ice cream out of cannabis. I didn't even know that was a good combo. But anyway, a couple that was supposed to be on a love romantic vacation ate cannabis ice cream and did something ridiculous. So let me tell you this little story. A romantic getaway quickly turned into a nightmare for one couple who ate homemade cannabis ice cream. So Aaron John Dostier is 19 and Ruben, whatever the person's name is 21. They downed nearly a liter of dessert that they had laced with powerful skunk during a stay in a remote cabin in Iceland. Iceland, guys, Iceland. Really?
Pardon me, but both names Arun and Ruben.
Exactly.
Why does that sound like two guys?
I know, I think it's two guys too. It's ridiculous. But anyway, police say Arun ran emergency services when her boyfriend, see now it's a boy and a girl, when her boyfriend tore off his clothes and began running around outside the cabin naked. Do you know what? Anyway, the girlfriend was also feeling extremely nauseous and was starting to have immense fears of their mental health, and then she called the police for medical help. My thing is this. Stay in school, guys. Don't do drugs. Seriously. Don't do drugs. I mean, don't do drugs.
I mean, it's already you hear about the effects of the drug in its raw state, and then you're going to ice cream it.
And 1 liter.
And then 1 liter. Come on, would you smoke 1 liter of the physical marijuana and still expect not to dance around naked?
Well, guess what? The police seized the rest of the cannabis, which I think, you know, this cannabis thing is becoming very popular. In America, they're trying to fight it into the law to make it legal for people who have cancer to be able to use it and for people to get it freely, like in the store. You walk into a store, you can buy yourself some marijuana. Imagine that. So anyway, these two got arrested. Obviously, they had to let them simmer down. But there you go. They nearly lost their mental health based on, let's lace this with some weed. I'm in love with that coke.
To be honest, I don't think it was just that they had, but...
I think it was. These two, look at 19 and 21, they have no brain anyway. Exactly.
Dear Lord.
Stay in school. Don't do drugs. I'm telling you right now, if you're watching us from Ojuelegba, do not take that thing that boy is about to give you. Telling you right now, wherever you are, don't take it. If you're at the beach somewhere and someone's about to hand you a spliff, don't do it. Don't.
Is that a Wizkid song? Anyway.
I didn't throw that shit.
I'm the worst. I
didn't throw that shit.
I'm like,
that's so lyric. Anywhere you are, Bariga, Bagada, I don't care. Even if you're like in a different part of the country, don't take drugs. Don't do drugs. Because they know you.
Don't do it. Don't. You didn't just sing the ending part.
Wiz, we coming for you. We coming like scales. I'm sorry. Okay, go on.
Woo! Umbrella. You got that shade going on. Anyway, now, brand new story. You cannot catch a cold from smooshing, kissing somebody. So all you ex-girlfriends of mine who refused to kiss me when I was going through a bit of a runny nose situation, the Lord's watching you. All right. Now, are you one of those wary people who doesn't like to give your partner a kiss, especially when they're blowing their nose and they've got a runny nose and stuff? If so, do not be. No. Don't be. Swapping saliva does not pass the cold virus. Yeah, I said it.
So anyway. The cold people say. And this Pizzle says no.
Now, however, you might not know this, but holding hands with someone who's got a cold makes you more susceptible to getting the cold than actually kissing the person, okay? So because your loved one is more likely to be harboring the virus on their fingers from holding dirty hankies, from coughing, sneezing into their hands, blah, blah, blah. So the kissing part is not the part you should fear, it's the holding part.
I'm sorry, but you clearly don't know me.
Yeah.
Like, if you got a cold, boy, you need to swerve. Like, nobody got time for this pulling sick thing. Because my voice is my life. Because we come here, we have to talk. If I have a cold, then I be sounding like a frog ate me, or I ate a frog. Anybody got time for that?
Nobody.
No. So both diagnoses I already knew. Listen, if you see me coming, you gotta go swerve. Swerve, don't talk to the kid. Act like you got Ebola and you're in one of those Ebola masks. And nobody got time. See, Tizzle?
You're on the road, mama. Don't go anywhere. We love you. You mean the world to us. We'll be right back. Tenny needs some medication. Somebody call a doctor. It's the Buddy Show.
See, Tizzle? So, welcome back to the show. Tizzle in the house. I'm gonna get a printed T-shirt for this.
I love it.
Tizzle.
I love it.
And then at the back it'll say, y'all don't know.
Yes.
Don't encourage stupidity.
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do the T-shirt for you. Ladies and gentlemen, look out for that one.
Tizzle.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, we are your buddies, and we are live every day, 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I'm Tenny Tizzle, a.k.a. And that's Mr. Six.
And Six, a.k.a. Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Ninja.
Yeah. You know. All right, then, welcome back. You've got one final story, and then we make your day, or do we make your day and then...
I do. No, we've got the final story, guys.
Hit us up.
I do. Can I sound like Kourtney Kardashian for a second?
Just as long as you sound intelligent.
No, it's not possible to sound intelligent and sound like Kourtney Kardashian at the same time. It's like...
Okay, as long as you take your birth control pills. Keep going.
Yeah, but that's not possible either. That's a difficult thing to do.
Okay, good. That does sound like Kourtney Kardashian.
All right, then.
Kardashian. Shout out to Amber, though.
Swerve like scales. I'm sorry. I can't handle this. Can I swerve? Okay. A little girl has been feeding some crows. Now, listen, you guys might think this is pretty odd, but I think this is genius. Okay. So this little girl has been feeding some crows. If you know what a crow is, those big, ugly black birds, like they call them, but I think they're gorgeous. Yeah. But she's been feeding some crows out of her balcony or her window in her house, and guess what happened to her? The crows
they proposed?
Started bringing her gifts.
Oh, get out of here.
So she has been called the modern-day Cinderella. No joke. So
like, flat screen TVs,
Oh, stop it. The crow's going to bring you a flat screen. What do you think those things were?
I was about to feed every single bird I could find out there.
Her name is Gabby, and she started feeding the crows recently, and it didn't take long for the crows to show their appreciation by bringing gifts to her. Now, they include some earrings, by the way, guys. Sadly, no matching pairs. A paper clip, some nuts and bolts, and even a small light bulb, which maybe in 10 years from now. Look at them. That's the display of the stuff that they've brought her so far. I'm not joking. Now, she reportedly feeds the crows peanuts, dog food, and general leftovers. But Gabby says that she doesn't do it for the material rewards, but rather because she loves watching nature.
Don't all the ladies say that?
So let me tell you guys, I think we need to start feeding those pigeons down on Etimiyang. Because let me tell you something about these pigeons. I don't like them. They don't like me. But I figure if I give them a couple peanuts and some dog poop, or is it dog food? Gabby, what were you doing? Anyway, either way, I think they might bring me maybe a slipper or something.
To be honest, I just listened to your last statement. Yeah. I'm trying my very best to not put pigeons as human beings. And, and not to think of a few human beings who live down the road.
You're an idiot! it.
We do need peanuts.
I do.
I'll feed you dog poop. But I'll take it you're talking about pigeons.
I speak not of the sex
I'll take it
workers.
you're talking about pigeons.
It was not about the sex workers.
Moving on.
We have sex workers?
Moving on.
Can you follow us, please, guys,
Follow us on
Cool
Twitter.
TV Buddies?
Cool TV buddies. Not the pigeons, though. We won't feed
You're a
you.
fool for this.
Cool TV buddies on Twitter. Anyway, make your day segment. Make your day
Can
segment.
we make your day, please?
Yes.
All right, guys. Now, this little girl, apparently, she wants to get a job before she gets married. I have one thing to say about this, though.
Don't be in a
world,
hurry to do both.
This world, you people are beginning to ruin these little girls. Why does she even have to get married? Why does she need to get a job? You could just be a mogul, just sitting on... Or
Why can't you just be a little girl? Just be a little girl for now.
or feed a crow. Never mind. Let's watch the video. Apparently, look, she's really cute. So, you know, getting a job before you get married is not a bad idea.
I don't want to marry someone if I don't have a job first. If a man comes asking me, running out, no, I don't want to marry you yet. I want to have a job. And if he says, I will not come back to you, fine, I'll find a different man. This is my life. You better stop caring. I'm not going to do anything for you until I have my job. I don't care if I marry you. I don't care if I marry another man. I care if I do something that's special. I don't want to marry someone if I don't have a job first.
I like the fact
Can I worship at your feet, baby girl?
Yeah, you know, she has her future in perspective, you know. I'm worried. I don't know if this is a phone call she has overheard from her mother. I don't know.
It did sound kind of like very adulty, but
shout out
let
to
me tell
feminism.
you.
Catch them young. Yeah.
These Lagos girls,
Yes.
you need to download this video. You need this video.
Yeah, it should be your mantra.
I'm telling you, you should worship at her temple of knowledge.
Yes, and do remember, Lagos girls, you don't have to give a job before you get married, either. Okay, cool. Just wait, hold on, just.
Is there a reason why I can't get a different co-host? Do we have to apply to the Federal Republic of Nigeria
You guys
before this happens? You don't need to give a job before you get a... You know I'm gonna swerve.
I did not say
swerve.
You have to give a job before you get a married. There was no a married.
Swerve,
I said,
Teddy, swerve.
That's how people just ruin the Make Your Day segment. Okay,
Teddy,
so we're gonna.
Poor girl, we done ruined your video.
We're gonna move over to the last segment of this show.
If we were being subtitled on this show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, with the amount of subs we throw. Waste of Time segment is the last segment of the show. It's one of the nicest segments on the show, where scientists create something and then we sit here and banter over whether we can use it or not. Half the time it's a waste of time, but let's see what comes up today. Titazo, do your thing, mama. In the hizzle.
I would make a terrible rapper. I'd be on stage, they'd be like, Titazo, I'd be like, that's me.
You crack up. Keep going.
All right, T-Tizzle is going to bring you silverware with some rope handles. How you like that?
Well, hold on. I'm lost.
Some silverware with rope handles, because you know when you need that rope in your life.
How does that work? Does the creator remember that the firmness of the grip and the rope?
Yes.
How is this helpful?
I don't know. I feel like, you know, when you've got jelly hands, this might work for people with jelly hands. Like, you know, Jello for hands.
I remember back in the day before I hammered there.
Oh, you've hammered?
Yeah, you know, the Lord's been kind to me. I used to have a fork and a spoon that had a broken handle. So I'm not so innocent of using something as horrible as this to eat, because the handle broke like halfway through, so it was like a little toddler's spoon.
I see your poverty. I see your Ojuelegba. I see you.
You know, Brother Kane.
I see your Ojuelegba, and I'm gonna swerve like scales, because I don't care.
Started from the bottom.
now we Twitter fighting.
Meanwhile, shout outs to Scales though. I hear his album is called Fino. Sorry, Man of the Year. I'm trying to. wrap my head around it. All right, then. So that was the wasted time segment. What do you think? Would you use a knife with rope handles?
Shout out to Wiz though, like, cause ain't nobody got time for your team.
So
no, team scales.
Yeah, team, get a job before you blow a man.
Team, we don't even want to know about your Twitter fight.
Yeah, so we love you guys.
Yeah.
We're running out of here. To be honest, we only came here so we don't get fined.
Absolutely.
But, so we out.
And I threw that shade so I don't get fined. It's in the script, guys. So, hey. Yeah, bye, guys. Get a job. Stay in school.